I close my eyes. It's her I see.
When you close your eyes, you see Anna Kendrick.
I'm very disappointed!
Screw this. I'm walking out.
Walked Out, the movie game show podcast.
Welcome to Walked Out, the movie game show podcast. This is a movie game show. We play games based around movies and reviews until, by the end of the season, we'll have a final victor. My name is Stuart. I'm currently lost in the woods, but it's nothing a good singing song can't fix. I haven't actually watched that movie. So. Joining me is Matt. He's best friends with Zac Efron and he needs a wedding date. And finally, she's about a foot tall and she's a troll with the voice of an angel. It's Amy. Yay!
It's me!
In real life, only one of those things is true.
I just love glitter parties. That's all I want.
True.
That's what trolls do. They just party all day long.
True.
That was the impression I got from seeing the trailer for that movie. I didn't watch.
They're just little party animals. It's like Ibiza every day in Troll World.
This week's theme is Anna Kendrick, as chosen by myself.
How many movies did you guys actually watch this week? Because she has so many.
Like you said last week, she's a machine.
Yeah.
But I think I watched a good variety.
I'm very interested to see if Matt has done his homework.
I did.
Good boy.
I watched it and I sort of live tweeted on WhatsApp some of my thoughts of random shit. I really liked it and you thought I hated it from the tone of my voice.
Honestly, I can't read sarcasm in a text. So you enjoyed it, but you thought it was predictable, or what?
No. I enjoyed it. It was pretty unpredictable. But it just didn't shock me the same way it shocked you.
I think out of context, Matt, your actual phrase was, "This woman really loves funeral fucking."
Yes.
And another out of context, Matt, is Vietnamese teenagers is a good line.
God damn.
Yes, I did like that bit in the movie where she's like, your trash clothing made by Chinese teenagers, like Vietnamese teenagers. Thank you.
Amy, what did you think of this week's Anna Kendrick theme?
I was very excited because I've always had this found appreciation of Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
So I thought this week I'd sort of dive into her before and after kind of thing. Like, at what point did Hollywood really start loving her?
Honestly, I think it's Pitch Perfect movies where she really came into her own.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We found out earlier she was in Broadway musicals and before she was in movies by like 5 years. She won a Tony in 1998, which means she was like 11.
Aww.
No, 14 or whatever.
So for me, my first experience of Anna Kendrick singing was in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, same.
And then she was in Into the Woods.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they've suddenly discovered she has a good voice and now they're casting her in everything.
Aww.
Actually, they just kind of, I guess, found out that people like her voice. Like, they knew she had the talent, but I guess we don't want all of our actors to sing, do we?
We'll get more into it later, but what I noticed is that she's sort of like a Jim Carrey of teen dramas.
Mm.
And now she's transitioning to sort of like young mothers. I don't know.
Okay, explain Jim Carrey of teen dramas.
Okay, so she's always the same in her movies.
Oh, okay, so she's typecast.
She's typecast as quirky girl who can sing,
Yeah.
usually with a dark side.
Yeah, she usually plays repressed character, basically.
Yeah,
She has a really good bitchy resting face.
yeah.
And I think she owns it, and for that, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. I think a lot of celebrities have bitchy resting face because it means that you have to learn to smile on purpose when you're a kid, and that sort of transitions you into acting.
Sucks.
That's the gateway into acting.
Yeah.
Faking your emotions. Is that why comedians are always actually quite depressed? Because they've got to learn how to laugh.
Aw.
Yeah. I feel like you were about to introduce the first game.
Yeah, I'm just in it. Oh yeah, give me a second. No, I can't think of a transition, so I'll just get in straight introduce our first game. Whose Review? Which is where Matt and Amy have picked an Anna Kendrick movie each. They read out 3 reviews, 2 of which are real online reviews, and the first one is their own. Or one of them is their own. Our job, and yours at home, is to guess the movie, and for a bonus point, can we guess which review is their own review? So, Matt or Amy, I'm going to say Amy. Heads or tails?
I really thought we were going to skip this. So in the nature of trolls, I will say head for fabulous hair.
Correct. So, Amy, without further ado, read out your reviews.
So this is the first one. Best scene ever. was an attractive girl singing a song and throwing up after almost every line. Lol. When I went to look about the infos on the actors on this film, I noticed it was almost all first-time actors. Amazing, with this brilliant cast. Great songs, and I even cried when the fat black girl sang a song to express to her angry dad that she is fat and that's who she is. Brilliant. 10 out of 10.
You read so much voice into that.
Well, I felt like that particular reviewer had a lot of personality. And they're probably very pretty too.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, because, I know there's the singing and vomiting, but that's in Pitch Perfect.
That's Pitch Perfect 1.
That is possibly a lot of Anna Kendrick films.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the fat black girl in Pitch Perfect 1. That's a very white movie.
Yeah, because she's a black lesbian, isn't she?
Yeah.
And then Fat Amy's the white one. Right, number 2. I had high hopes for this movie. A friend recommended this one.
Anna.
It was supposed to be campy. It's about a performing arts camp. I mean, come on. But then I watched it, and it was just highly unbelievable. Like, okay, I get suspension of disbelief, but come on. There has to be a point. Relationships are muddier than a swamp. I mean, theatre people are horny, but not that much. God,
They really are. This person doesn't know theatre people.
acting was bland, and honestly, there were no fantastic voices. Good voices, not fantastic. So honestly, don't waste your time. Half a star out of 10.
I now know what movie this is. And also, I see why you were worried about having an Edge of 17 moment, because this movie is very Edge of 17.
I have a lot of strong feelings about this film.
I'm in trouble. I really am in trouble.
Did you not do your homework? I mean, you're literally reading the autobiography, Stuart.
I did!
She said the title in the review.
Oh yeah, I've read Scruffy Little Notebook. I've read the first, couple of pages. I've been busy watching her movies.
Oh my god. You had a whole week to finish the book.
I haven't finished the book yet, but okay, Scrapping It All Nobody in a camp, band camp, American Pie. Was she in American Pie?
Number 3. You couldn't make this up. This insane and terribly plotted film could only come from real life story, which I believe is the case.
Is it?
I didn't think this film has aged at all. We've come a long way towards how we tackle sexuality, race and body issues in cinema. I kinda enjoyed how they poked fun at themselves and show business, but that clever message was lost in the bad acting, bad editing and bad writing. Anna Kendrick kinda saves this film. Not necessarily her acting, all the acting sucked, but her C-list storyline was the best out of all of them. 4 out of 10. So Matt thinks he knows. Do you need any nudges, Stuart, or?
C-list storyline. The only thing I can think of that had multiple storylines in it was fucking What to Expect When You're Expecting, which I watched this week. But that had nothing to do with camping in the slightest.
My sister's been reading that actual book.
How is the book?
It's surprisingly thick. It is a big book.
It's like the Pulp Fiction of pregnancy movies.
Is it? I didn't see it.
But in terms of this unrealistic camping movie, no, I've got no clue. I'm sorry, everyone.
Remember, Amy said she disagreed with the review.
So you've got 2 bad reviews in there and 1 really positive review.
Which leads me to believe the positive one is hers.
There's some strong feelings about this.
I've not heard of this movie. I'm sorry, I've no idea what it is.
You have now said the title twice, Stuart.
What, Anna Kendrick Camping? Honestly, I would be listing words. Even if I some fluke guessed it from the combination of the word camp and Anna Kendrick, I'd probably not get it. I wouldn't deserve any points. Amy, hit me.
It was the 2003 film Camp.
What?
It's the movie Camp.
Is that the title? Is that what?
It's called Camp.
Fuck me.
Oh, you were sitting there going, camping?
So it's a musical about camping? What is it?
It's a performing arts camp.
So it's an American camp, so kind of like where they go for their summer vacation, right? It's a drama camp. So they go there, they sing songs, they put on shows, right? Supposedly the writer used to go to these camps in the 70s, and this is like his experience there.
Right.
And there's a lot of little storylines, a lot of them about sexuality and being gay, being camp, being straight. Basically, the main premise is that this white dude, heterosexual white dude, shows up, and the whole dynamic of the camp changes, and it's mad.
This sounds a lot like American Pie Band Camp.
Camp movies are kind of their own genre in America. I think Americans go to camps because their summer holidays are literally 2 months long.
Are they?
It is insane.
Yeah, they've got like proper 6 weeks with time at home.
Yeah, we get like 6 weeks, they get about 10 or 12.
So yeah, they try and tackle a lot of issues in it,
Right,
but I don't think it plays off very well.
Yeah.
But I did like the start, because it starts off as like this really great, almost like movie musical. Like I could see it being staged out. They had almost like an overture going, and they had like a little montage of everyone arriving, including Anna Kendrick, and it was really good.
Yeah. I didn't actually finish watching it or even get halfway through. Once we learned she had a Tony, I realised that's probably why it's her first movie, because she went from doing musicals to doing basically musicals on film.
Well, I do think that her particular performance, especially where she goes on stage and starts singing as part of the movie, was the best out of all of them. I think she plays her character the best out of all of them. Again, I don't think the acting was spot on for everyone, but that was the best one.
Well, I mean, she's probably the only one in the cast who has a fucking Tony at the time.
I'm in the same position as Matt was last week, because
You've never even heard of it, have you?
I've never even heard of it, so...
It was her very first movie.
Yes, okay, very first... Man, that's my bad for not realising that.
So I wanted to go sort of into the history of Anna Kendrick. So I watched one of her more recent movies, the 2019 They Shall Come or something, or it Will Come, The Day Will Come or something, which is like an American Four Lions. And then I watched this one, and much like Matt, I didn't get all the way through it. I got to an hour and 25 minutes, realised I still had another 30 minutes to go, and a little plot thing happened, and I couldn't do it. I literally stormed out of the room. I could not do it. I was laughing at it rather than laughing with it, and I just had to put it down. I had to put it down.
What are the headlines? Do you want to give me the headlines again?
So the headlines are brilliant, 10 out of 10. Brilliant cast, great songs. Number 2 was relationships are muddier than a swamp. I mean, a third people are horny, but not that much. And number 3 was a terribly plotted film, could only come from real life. Kendrick kind of saves it, but not really.
How many out of 10?
The last one was 4 out of 10. Middle one was half a star out of 10. So it's 10 out of 10, half a star, and then 4 out of 10.
I think the positive review was you.
I think if you've got something to say, it's probably going to be a lot of bad things to say. I'm going to say relationships muddier than a swamp. I'm going to say it's the second review, 0.5 out of 10.
It was, in fact, review number 3.
Wow!
Oh, shit.
No points.
Yeah.
5 points for this one.
Oh, wow, that's the first time no one's got that. So, Amy, you can't even.
Amy literally can't even.
I couldn't even. So I did agree with review number 2, especially regarding the relationships, because honestly, like, I can't explain it to you. You couldn't write it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. The relationships are insane. It's not aged well at all. I just don't think we would depict, budding gay people like that anymore. I just don't think we would. So all I can say is you guys and everyone, give it a go.
Really, after that?
Give it a go. I think you'll, like me, laugh at it.
Okay.
I think it's one of those ones where you need to have like a big glass of wine, some popcorn, maybe get 2 of your friends around, socially distanced of course, and just like have a bit of a ball, just be like, this film's rubbish, watch it. But I mean, It's gotten 6 out of 10, which I was shocked at.
Do you
but-
think, because 2003, it's sort of fresh out of the 90s, people were kind of progressive, but not really back then? Stereotypes were still like the gay
Yeah.
best friend.
Oh, I watched Bridget Jones's Diary for the first time yesterday, and people kept saying puffs, like, positively.
Yeah.
And I was like,
A product of its time.
It is definitely the case of people writing for other people. So this guy, you know, he went to a camp like this, and this is the experience he had, but that's still talking from a white heterosexual guy. It's hard for him to write on behalf of anyone if you're a bad writer.
So even if you were there, you can't read people's minds.
Exactly. So I think it's more of a product that there wasn't as much diversity in the film's creation for it to actually be a good depiction of what these budding hormonal homosexuals are feeling. Heterosexuals as well. All I can say is, all I will say now is just give it a go. Get a large glass of wine and give it a go.
Laugh at it, not with it.
You said you were going to have an Edge of 17 moment, but you only talked for less than an hour. I don't know.
We might not have to re-record this.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, Amy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Stuart.
Matt, can you please give us your second review?
My first review. Okay, I will go to the second one first if you want me to.
Whatever you
But
want.
the first one I like because it has a fun intro thing. I'm going to preface these. 2 of them don't have scores because I didn't get them all from IMDb.
Okay.
Branching out. You go Metacritic this time or what?
It was a mixture of just different websites. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go by length of review, shortest to longest. This one is titled Best Cop Found Footage ... and then it starts ... if not the only cop found footage, which is very backhand. Beware a few extremely cringeworthy moments featuring Anna Kendrick, which kind of kill the thrill. But when you can get past those, it's very well done and worth watching. That's the entire review, no score.
What, so they didn't like Anna Kendrick?
They did not like Anna Kendrick. Apparently she kills the thrill.
Kills the thrill. I mean, if anything, Anna Kendrick definitely heightens the thrill.
That's why I picked that review.
When I close my eyes, it's her I see.
When you close your eyes, you see Anna Kendrick.
I see Anna Kendrick.
Alright, so review number 2 is titled Worse Ant-Man, which is how you know it's a recent review.
Worse than Ant-Man.
I went into this movie knowing nothing. I came out confused and disorientated. If you want to enjoy this movie, you should know going in. This is a police procedural made into a feature and exaggerated beyond belief. Jake Gyllenhaal and Mike Pena have good chemistry, but not knowing what to expect, I spent the whole movie wondering which of these plot threads was going to be the inciting incident or dramatic twist. In the end, it was just cops having a few big finds and then getting absolutely murked. Maybe if I were to watch it again knowing more, I'd like it, but I'm not giving it any more of my time, and neither should you.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I should know this, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Any thoughts, or should I go on to review number 3?
I think I've seen the poster, but again, we've got an Edge of Water bridge with
Begin again.
with Hayley Spoonfed, and
Edge
yeah,
of Water Bridge.
yeah.
That sounds like some sort of like war event. I remember back in the Edge of Water Bridge.
Alright, I will do review number 3. This is the only one with a score, 4 out of 10. Poorly made, but entertaining. I guess this is one of the rare cases I'm really diverging in opinion from the audience and critics, because in my vision this movie is just laughably bad. Really, the directing is poor. What just confirms to me that I don't really need to watch Suicide Squad, even though the whole found footage thing was a good idea and will attract more people to take a look at it just as I did. The writing is amazingly robotic and cliche at the same time, but it leaves space for one of the only good aspects of the film, the chemistry between the protagonists. That would make me forget the freak show I was watching for some 3 scenes. This wouldn't be possible without Jake and Pena as the main roles, but don't be fooled.
I won't be fooled.
But don't be fooled, for the most part the acting is just hilarious. Everyone is stereotyped, exaggerated and lifeless at some point. In short, this movie is horrible, but I have to be honest, it actually entertained me. I don't know if I was just having a tough day and anything I could pop in on Prime Video would be better than going to sleep, but the first 30 minutes amused me by the bad characters, bad lines and bad character work. I just don't know what in the world Gyllenhaal was thinking.
No idea. I've not watched this movie, so I have no idea what your opinion would be.
Do either of you have any idea what movie this is?
I feel like if I'm not going to get it at police footage found, I don't think I am ever going to get it until I watch it.
I've seen the poster, and this movie's, again, it's one of those not talked about, and obviously based on these 3 reviews, there's a reason it's forgotten.
Yeah.
It's not like Mr. Right, is it?
No.
Because I feel like the guy in that looks like he could be like a spy or a policeman or something. I've not seen it though.
No, I watched Mr. Right this week. Mr. Right is a fantastic, lovely movie.
Is it? Oh.
I had such fun watching that. It was so sweet.
Oh.
And it is a spy. It's sort of it's a twist on like a secret agent assassin movie turned rom-com.
Oh, okay. So I did kind of get like a bit of a vibe from that.
Yeah, but based on these 3 reviews, no, it's not that. Mr. Right, I would recommend that to I'd recommend that to both of you. Solid date movie, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will show Lucy.
I'm definitely going to watch that then. I was a bit worried it was going to be rubbish, but I will definitely watch that then.
Matt. Yeah, me and Amy can't. We don't know.
Neither of you have any idea?
No.
Right.
The answer was End of Watch.
End of Watch.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Seen that or heard of it? No.
Yeah. There are 2 points in this movie where someone is nearly blinded, and I literally said out loud, if this is why the movie's called End of Watch, I'm going to fucking punch someone.
And is it?
It turns out it is not called End of Watch because someone is blinded. It is called End of Watch because of the police.
I see the joke that you did there.
Yeah. Not even the joke. I thought they were making a joke, and I was like, if this is the joke, I hate you.
Right. Longtime LAPD partners and friends, Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena patrol one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Los Angeles. They don't play by the rules, apparently.
So what does Anna Kendrick does? Like supporting actor wise?
Anna Kendrick is Jake Gyllenhaal's girlfriend and later wife.
Ooh. And did she do a good job? Did you enjoy her in that role?
She was fine. She just sort of plays his girlfriend who's not really the point of the story, but is likable enough to occupy the space.
Oh, okay.
She essentially exists to like give him a family life.
Plot device.
2012. This is post Pitch Perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
Probably same year, I think.
Yeah, Pitch Perfect was her breakout movie, so if this is a solid supporting role, then...
I mean, she's playing an adult in this, and she looks like an adult as well.
She's very versatile.
Honestly, I'm looking at the poster, right? This looks like what Hot Fuzz was parodying.
Yeah, the poster looks like the cover of Bright.
Oh no. Oh dear.
So this movie tries to be a sort of realistic version of Hot Fuzz. So Hot Fuzz is trying to make an action movie star out of like an actual police officer who knows the rules and cares about the like justice and doing things the proper way.
Right.
You know, who fills in the paperwork because he knows it's part of his duty. And like this movie is trying to sort of glorify real cops, but it does it in a very American cop way where they're still, you know, they're following all the rules, but the rules are shit.
Oh no.
Because that's a message we want to hear right now.
Like, they get their gun out at every second, but they keep finding horrible crimes essentially just by just barging into whichever house looks crimey. It's supposedly based on a true story, though.
Really?
Yeah.
This is almost the opposite of what I watched today. So today I watched The Day Shall Come, which was basically an American version of Four Lions.
Yes.
So the British film where the terrorists are basically idiots.
Yeah.
You still kind of fall in love with them even though they're idiots.
The Day Shall Come version is where they basically give the FBI are trying to trick the guy into doing a terror attack so that they can catch him on. Spoilers, but that's really obvious point of it.
Yes, so it's very much cops are dumb. And so the radicalists are also very dumb, and it's just two dumb forces coming together and like clashing and but also bouncing off each other.
And annoyingly true storied.
So that sounds like very opposite. And Anna Kendrick is a very not necessarily like a strong female role, but she holds the female role very well. And the men are written very well. It is written by men, and they're obviously sort of parodying themselves. Like they touch on the mansplaining, and they touch on the glass ceiling kind of thing that she has to deal with. So she holds the female role very well. Again, part of her typecasting of like she's not like other girls kind of thing, like still that kind of role. But yeah, that sounds quite the opposite of what you watched.
This was very much two guys driving around. Like, one of these mentions, where is it? Yeah, one of them's like, this is a police procedural made into a feature film, which it kind of is, because it's like a lot of it's shot on body cam and it's based on a true story, and it's like basically trying to make it seem like an episode of Cops, or the British version of Cops, which has a worse
To be fair,
name.
was it the first review? They said that it would attract more people to watch it because it's footage found, and I think I am 100% guilty to that. I would 100% watch it just because it's footage found.
That one was the third review, and it said found footage.
This third review.
So Matt, do you want to hit us with those headlines again?
Right, so there was best cop footage found, if not the only cop footage found, which had no rating, but did approve. It ends with very well done and worth watching. There was worse Ant-Man, which was not really approving. Yeah, they didn't really like it. I went into the movie knowing nothing, came out confused and disorientated. And there was 4 out of 10 poorly made but entertaining.
It's so weird that it name drops 2 superhero movies.
Yeah, and honestly, you don't strike me as the type of guy that would name drop either of those movies. Like, when was the last time you mentioned Suicide Squad at all? And when was the last time you mentioned Ant-Man?
I don't know. Again, I think I'm going to go with review number 3.
Same.
Because Matt, I think I've used the term before, but Matt's very forgiving about films. So if there's something that he likes about it, he will credit them with that. Even if he didn't like the rest of it, he will always say something quite nice about a film. He's never overly negative.
All right.
So I'm going to go with number 3.
I would agree with that. Poorly but entertaining, I feel like that's something Matt would write. Hit us, Matt.
That is not my review.
Really? No points this round?
Yeah.
I've got that
Again.
wrong.
Oh!
There has been 1 point this entire episode.
Yeah. Which...
Oh, and it was Matt.
So... Oh, no! He's going to win again!
Just to point out, if both of you play for second place, you could get 1 point, and that would put you in joint first.
Yeah, we could try and steal, couldn't we?
So this has to be a stealer again.
We can try and do some point steals again.
My review was worse Ant-Man, if you were wondering.
Ah.
Yeah. I picked the best cop found footage, if not the only cop found footage, because I liked that opening backhanded slap of a compliment. And I picked the second one because it mentioned Suicide Squad, and I thought that would mess with Stuart.
That would mess with me, yeah.
And the third one I wrote worse Ant-Man because I was like, I feel like I should give you a clue and show that I watched this recently.
Out of 10, what would you rate it? Because you didn't give a rating.
I did not give a rating. I didn't want to leave one without a rating. I would give it I don't even know, 5 or some shit. It was like I said in the end of it, if I were to watch it again, I think I might like it more.
Okay.
If I knew what it was going in. But I went in knowing nothing.
Okay.
And I spent the whole time going is this what the plot is? Is this going to be the plot? Is this going to be the plot?
Okay.
Why did you pick this as your movie for this week? Because I know you like to watch a whole bunch of movies and then you pick from those to review them on the day because you're a professional apparently.
I mean, everyone does that by Easter egg.
Okay, you weren't handcuffed to this movie. What about this movie made you think, okay, I'm going to do this one?
What made me think it was essentially having a very strong opinion very soon, which was that this is a confusing dumbass movie.
What is this? That's the review right there. Confusing, dumbass kind of a movie, though.
Yeah, dig it. So what do you guys think you learnt this week? What's your opinion on Anna Kendrick as an actress?
I like Anna Kendrick, who always kind of plays the same character a lot.
She kind of does.
Humble beginnings,
Yeah.
but I think now that she's got a name for herself, she's starting to choose the roles she wants to do. I think she was very typecasted, but having watched The Day Shall Come today, I'm like, she's definitely moving into roles like really deadpan, simple favor type roles.
Yeah. One thing I like, because I watched Mr. Right, and I compare it to A Simple Favor, she can play unhinged really well. She's able to give those big giant eyes and widen them just a little bit extra and bare her teeth, which shows aggression. And
Or Harry Potter being angry.
yeah.
So she's basically a dog. Puppy dog eyes, gnarling teeth.
She's a scrappy little rabid dog.
Just to quote Amy on that, Anna Kendrick, basically a dog.
Okay, I have an idea. Our tiebreakers, but I thought we could do a mixture of shooting blanks and quick draw as well.
Ooh, we haven't done quick draw in a while. That'll be fun.
So we could do one, and then Matt and whoever wins shooting blanks would do a round of quick draw.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, then we're going to open with shooting blanks.
Pew 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 pew.
So, to decide who comes in second, who will then have to face off against the mighty Matt,
Who cannot win again.
will have to win a game of shooting blanks. So, Matt will have to read out a synopsis, but with the words blanked out, and the quickest to guess the movie will win the round. So, whoever wins this round will then face off against Matt in a game of quick draw. So, without further ado, Matt, like to blank us some blanks to blank and shoot, please.
All right. Blank, a young man working at the blank factory, pursues his crush with the help of his talking blank. However, things change when she stands him up on a date.
On a date, Mr. Right?
No.
Nope.
No.
Stuart, do you know?
Can you unblank some more blanks? Or can you give me a clue? I have no idea.
And I'll read it again quickly. Blank, a young man working at the blank factory, pursues his crush with the help of his talking blank. However, things change when she stands him up on a date. It's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh! It's on Netflix! It's a new one. It's not Netflix. It's new. I know what this is. I wanted to watch it, but Anne-Marie didn't want to watch it.
Evil girlfriend.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick plays a talking teddy bear, and he has imaginary friends. And then he gets into serial killing. God damn. Oh, The Voices.
It is The Voices. That is 1 point for Stuart, which makes me and Stuart drawing for first place.
It took us so long to get it because it's such a friggin' forgettable title. And I was wrong. She's a talking cat and it's a talking dog or something.
So Anna Kendrick's the cat?
No, Anna Kendrick's I think Anna Kendrick's the dog, I believe, from this movie.
Yeah, when you mentioned the talking bear, I was confused. Also, that is not a new movie. That is a 6-year-old movie.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
2014.
it's new to Netflix. He looks very young in it.
This must be pre-pool, right?
Pre-cool.
No, it's post-pool. So that means me and Matt are ready to face off with some Anna Kendrick movies, see who gets the win, with some quick draw. So me and Matt are both going to read out as many Anna Kendrick movies as we can. The first one to not list the movie in time loses. And let's have a 3 Mississippi rule, shall we?
I will call it. I'll be the mediator. As soon as you go, I will give you 3 seconds.
Yeah. Right, who goes first?
I think Matt, as the actual winner, let's face it, would you like to go first? Let's start us off.
All right. Into the Woods.
Pitch Perfect 1.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Pitch Perfect 3.
Twilight.
Mr. Right.
Noel.
One elephant. 2 elephant.
The Accountant.
So many
half
movies.
elephant.
The Accountant. I said that. The Accountant.
Alright, the accountant.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Ooh. Camp.
A Simple Favor.
Oh no. Oh, Table 19.
2 elephant.
No. Oh, Jesus.
1 elephant.
That doesn't help.
2
End of watch.
elephant.
Fuck. Okay. Voices.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
One elephant. 2 elephant.
Twilight Breaking Dawn.
I don't know if she's in New Moon. Is she in New Moon?
That's
I
the
assume
second
she's
one.
in all of them.
Okay, New Moon.
It just says the saga.
Fine.
Okay, I'm going to count that.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm sweating here.
I'm sweating and I'm not even playing.
Trolls.
Trolls World Tour.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
1 elephant.
Have we said A Simple
2
Favor?
Yeah.
elephant.
Oh, I lose. Oh, I reused it.
Yeah.
That makes Stuart
That's a
our
loss.
winner for the second time ever.
It does. Oh man, that was the most stressful shit I've ever been through in my life at this
Yeah.
point as a young, spry young person. I'm sure there's worse horrors to come. I am this week's winner, giving me a whole point,
Well done.
putting me on 2 out of a possible much bigger amount of points that you guys are on. I'm still in last place. I don't think I'll ever be able to catch up.
But anyway, I think that makes you the winner, Stuart. Second time ever.
I am the winner. I am the winner of this week. Oh man, I'm chuffed actually.
That's good. And that was a proper well-deserved.
Yeah, that was some serious movie remembering.
And it's not like you even ran out of movies, Matt. You just made the mistake of going back to one.
Yeah, she had 20 years worth of movies. Where did you go wrong? So with that in mind, speaking of movies, Ms. Fisk, you are next week's host.
What is the topic?
So next week will be our 10th episode.
Ooh.
So as Matt has perfectly named, we're going to have a Hot Shots episode. Every 10 episodes we'll have a Hot Shots episode where we will take quite a big name director or like
Actor.
a genre that's really possible to us, a big actor. And this week I have gone down the director route.
Ooh.
He is hugely high grossing. He doesn't have too many films to his actual name because he's been a little bit controversial in and about Hollywood.
Okay.
But I thought next week we could do Michael Bay.
Oh.
And the reason I had chosen Michael Bay is because I specifically want you two to watch Armageddon.
Okay.
Oh.
So in the Action Dads episode, I reviewed Armageddon and I literally had goosebumps that entire episode because I love Armageddon so much. So now is your chance, guys. Go home, watch Armageddon. Everyone at home, watch Armageddon too.
Okay.
That's Michael Bay, and I have missed out on a lot of Transformers, so I have a lot of robots in my future.
Join us next week for Michael Bay explosion. Wait, we're not shooting blanks next week. We're shooting
Dramatic camera motions.
Blank explosions and C4 and car crashes.
Next week we're not shooting blanks, we're shooting Jack.
This shit's about to get real. And always remember, so until then, keep it real and follow us at Walked Out Pod on Twitter or Facebook /Walked Out Pod. And you can follow me, Stuart, at Strobertat on Twitter. And you can follow Fisk Monster, that's Amy, on Twitter as well.
That's Fisk Monster, not Fist. I just want to be clear.
Fisk.
The last few episodes, it sounds like Fist
Yeah.
Monster. It's Fisk, Fiske Monster.
Because everyone follows us. And don't follow this guy because he's got a stupid name, Nim Pseudo, otherwise known as Matt, on Twitter as well. Michael Bay next week. I'll see you guys then. I've been Stuart.
I've been Matt.
I've been Amy.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.